And it looked like the Indiana Fever front office is caught red-handed, lying to reporters.
The Caitlin Clark injury situation is officially a mess because not only is there not more clarity, there's more confusion about what her timeline could be.
Indiana Fever front office exposed after Caitlin Clark injury lies spark fan outrage. The Indiana Fever and their handling of Caitlin Clark's injury have spiraled into a public relations disaster, with fans accusing the organization and head coach Stephanie White of deliberately misleading reporters. What began as a simple injury update has turned into a messy controversy, fueled by shifting timelines, contradictory statements, and evidence that directly challenges the team's official narrative. Fans are asking the big question: is this mismanagement, or is it something worse? It all started when the Fever claimed Clark was injured during a workout session around August 7th.
I feel like they were lying about her injury. As far as like the severity of it, I think it's a really bad injury. I think when they rushed her back that one time, I think she hurt it even more and it pushed the timeline back.
Trying to come back and come back quickly. She needs to make sure that she's 100%. The competitor wants to play. We're prioritizing her long-term health and wellness is the most important thing.
As bad as it might sound, I think it might be like a season-ending level type of injury, and they're hoping to get in the playoffs and they can somehow get her doing.
That story was repeated across broadcasts, with White suggesting the star guard could return soon. But fans quickly pointed out a glaring problem. Footage surfaced of Clark walking in Phoenix on the exact date she was supposedly injured, carrying a designer bag with no sign of pain or limping. This contradiction shattered the credibility of the official timeline. Even Fever players like Natasha Howard hinted at her return by saying, "See you soon, Cece," yet days later, Clark wasn't even at practice. White's explanation only deepened the confusion. She told media that it was status quo until Clark is back in practice, but at the same time, Clark was suddenly downgraded from day-to-day to out indefinitely.
It was said on the ESPN broadcast on August 12th that Stephanie White hoped Clark would be back in practice this week. Open portion of practice, Clark is not seen. And Stephanie White afterwards said it's status quo until Clark is back at practice. Well, what changed? Right? I know there's never been a direct timeline, but all the signs seemed to point in the direction of Clark returning soon. Even Natasha Howard saying, "See you soon, Cece." Now it's like, wait and see.
To make matters worse, some local reporters retelling the story were caught laughing on air, making the situation look less like a legitimate injury update and more like a cover-up. Fans were outraged, labeling it disrespectful not only to Clark but also to the supporters who have poured money and passion into following the Fever. What's fueling the anger is not just the conflicting reports, but also the sense that Clark's long-term health is being mishandled. Many fans believe she was rushed back too quickly, which may have aggravated her injury and delayed her recovery further. Some even argue this could be a season-ending issue. Adding to the suspicion is game footage of assistant coach Brianne January stepping on Clark's foot earlier in the season, an incident that has since been overshadowed by the workout injury explanation.
And the craziest thing about this last groin injury with Caitlin Clark is how it's been covered. The day after she had the groin injury, she was listed as day-to-day. And then a couple weeks after that, then she was listed to being out indefinitely. Now, ESPN had August 12th as the circled return date for Caitlin Clark to get back onto the court. And just yesterday, she was listed as a game time decision for today's game against the Dallas Wings. And then after practice yesterday, Coach Stephanie White basically came out and said, no, Caitlin Clark hasn't even been practicing, so they changed it from a game time.
This constant flip-flopping has left fans disillusioned, with many openly saying they no longer trust the Fever's medical staff or front office. Clark, who has already transformed the WNBA with record-breaking viewership and sold-out arenas, is now caught in the middle of a messy PR storm. For the league, this is more than just one player's injury. It risks alienating the very fan base that Clark helped bring in. The frustration is amplified because Clark is not a rookie anymore. She has proven her ability to carry a team, energize crowds, and put the WNBA on the national stage. Instead of protecting her, the Fever appear to be hiding behind vague injury updates, leaving supporters to speculate. In an era where fans track every second